intensity. What do you think was kind of the difference tonight that allowed Florida State to shoot 61% from the floor?
They were aggressive. They played with athleticism, got to the rim, made plays. Good one-on-one players. And we felt like our one-on-one defense had to be at a premium, first and foremost. And when they have bigs in there that not really shooters, our bigs have to do a better job protecting the paint with our ball screen cover. But I just thought, because we couldn't get into an offensive flow, they were getting on transition, got a steal. I think it was 23 points in the first half off turnovers, and they just made plays from there, and we could never get over the hump.
Yeah, what do you think was the biggest factor that led to some of those turnovers and really allowed those to start stacking up and allowing them
You have to give credit to the defense, their length, their athleticism, because I thought we passed up some threes, and I thought even in the shot from getting to the rim, I think Javon was maybe 2 for 12, Poirier 2 for 11. So I thought we had action at the rim, but maybe their length caused us to miss some shots. But I thought we settled and making an extra pass, making an extra play. We knew that would be the key with these guys, but also trying to get mismatches and get opportunities for our bigs in the post and have guards switching. Because they switch 5 different ways. They're one of the few teams that don't allow you to run offense, but set your traditional sets. So you got to be able to make one-on-one plays, or you got to be able to get the ball inside to your bigs when they have smaller guys defending.
All right, Ben, go ahead.
Dave, you can start. Cuonzo, not just their length, but their depth too. It seems like Coach Hamilton could sub in 5 guys at a time and stay fresh. Just how much of a challenge is that style?
Well, it's a challenge when they're able to be a factor as far as using their length, when they bring guys inside. Big guys, they can block shots. They switch in 5 different ways. So normally you have 5 different guys switching 5 different ways, and there's a traditional big, meaning a 7-footer. You figure there's an advantage somewhere, but their length, their athleticism, they get in the passing lanes, they force you to make one-on-one plays. So if you don't have 4 or 5 guys consistently making one-on-one plays, it can be a long night for you. But I thought we passed up some 3-point shots. And what we said before the game, when you have the 3-point shot, you have to take it. Because that might be your best shot right there. Because what happens if those guards, they'll press up and they'll try to corral you into those big guys in the paint. And again, like I said, we had some opportunities at the paint, we just didn't capitalize.
Mitchell.
Hey, so we've seen a few games in a row where it's been a little bit of a slow start, scoring-wise in the first half. Is there anything you can kind of put your finger on that needs to be fixed to kind of correct that?
Certainly making shots. I think making shots, you get in the floor making shots. And that's, you can always sit there and say it, but watching film, we'll go back and watch film, just getting into offensive flow, getting an offense where we can operate at the 3-point line, not necessarily at half court. When they're pressuring our point guards, we got to start our offense. When our point guard gets across half court, so we got to initiate our offense before he gets there, because they're pressuring us out, extending us out. And all of a sudden now we're trying to operate our offense with 15, 14, 13 seconds on the shot clock. So we got that off the top of my head, but also making shots. I thought we missed a lot at the rim tonight. I thought we passed up some 3-point shots. But I have to go back and watch film on both games to be more specific. But I thought, I do think Kobe in both games was assertive, very aggressive. I think what happens with him, he gets in foul trouble. But even in foul trouble, I think he's done a good job of being assertive and being aggressive and making plays.
Ben.
Cuonzo, I know it's going to be a different kind of game on Friday against Wichita State, but how important is it psyche-wise for your team to bounce back on Friday night?
Well, you always want to win. You play in a home game, you always want to win. I mean, Wichita State's a talented team. But there are few teams, if any, that has that length and athleticism, especially in the interior of Florida State. We have 3 to 4 7-footers, and then if you don't have a 7-footer, it's a 6'9", probably your best player in Osborne. So again, they're a talented team. They play well together, and again, they do a great job of corralling you to their paint, because they're not allowing you to take many threes. When you have them, you have to take opportunities. But again, Wichita State is a talented team. I've seen them from afar. I hadn't really started watching film on them. We'll do that tomorrow.
Eric, you can have the last question.
Hey, Cuonzo, it seemed like just the depth and the bigs tonight just didn't kind of get the job done in the way you wanted. What lacks in your offense when you're not getting any production on the inside, and where can you kind of see some improvements from that?
Well, if you saw the night before, and I would consider Ronnie and Kobe a part of the big core. When you saw the night before and they come back and win, those guys being able to stretch the floor and make shots. So now when you take those opportunities away from those guys, those 5-way switching, we felt like the opportunity, especially with Jordan, and Yaya somewhat, when they switch those ball screens, we should have an advantage of how big or smaller guy. But again, their length, their athleticism, they don't allow you to see the interior as well. And just even offensive rebounding opportunities. So again, just areas we got to continue to improve spacing wise, because we're flowing better when we're able to set those ball screens and get into our offense.